Fame has its benefits. It can give you a platform to achieve lofty dreams, even ones as high as holding political office. Classic shows like Happy Days have this effect. Anson Williams was one of the cast's standout members as Ponzie. He's never been the type to stick to one pursuit. He's been an actor, a businessman, and an author. Now he's chasing a new dream, becoming mayor of his hometown, Ojai, California. Keep watching to learn why Anson Williams is no longer an actor, not even close. Anson William Heimlich was born in L.A. on September 25, 1949. His uncle was Dr. Henry Heimlich, namesake of the Heimlich maneuver. Anson attended Burbank High School. He was the captain of the track team and fell in love with acting while participating in school productions. Anson Williams' career. One of his first official acting gigs was in a McDonald's commercial in 1971. That led to a role in the anthology series Love American Style in '72. He played Patsy Weber, the character he'd later portray in the spin-off Happy Days. He was one of the few to remain on the show throughout its entire run. His first wife, Lori Mahaffey, played his girlfriend, Jennifer. He also used his singing talents to play in Richie, Patsy, and Ralph's band. In 1997, he even released a single called Deeply that hit number 93 on the Billboard Hot 100. Anson moved on to other projects after Happy Days ended. He was included in specials such as No Greater Gift, Drug Knot, and the made-for-TV movie Lone Star Kid in 1986. He's also directed episodes of The Pretender, Beverly Hills 90210, Melrose Place, The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and more. He's reappeared as Patsy a few times in other shows as well. These included a Happy Days-themed Boy Meets World episode in 1996 and a 2003 episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. He's also shown up in two reunion specials, Happy Days Reunion Special in 1992 and Happy Days 30th Anniversary Reunion in 2005. Anson has also tried his hand at several business ventures. He and castmate Al Molinaro opened a diner chain called Big Al's that eventually failed. He also founded a cosmetics company known as Star Maker Products. Anson spoke at the National Trademark Expo in April of 2008. He even wrote a book called Singing to a Bulldog, From Happy Days to Hollywood Director and the Unlikely Mentor Who Got Me There. Before we tell you more, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Anson's mayoral campaign. Anson announced his campaign for mayor in his hometown, Ojai, California, in a city council meeting on June 28, 2022. He hopes to inspire collaborative leadership. He's running against current mayor Betsy Sticks. A brief history of celebrity candidates. Clay Aiken ran for Congress in 2014. He was a Democratic candidate in North Carolina. He lost to incumbent Republican Renee Elmers, and if he'd won, he would have been the first openly gay man in Congress in the South. He tried and lost again January 10, 2022. Dr. Oz wrote an op-ed for the Washington Examiner that announced his Pennsylvania Senate candidacy on November 30th. He was inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic and felt the deaths it caused could be prevented. He hired a great campaign team and won his primary. Caitlyn Jenner ran against California Governor Gavin Newsom in April of 2021. She called herself a compassionate disruptor. She won only 1% of the vote in the September 2021 election, but got a lot of publicity. Steve Lodge was engaged to Real Housewives of Orange County star Vicki Gunvalson. He posted on Instagram on June 29th he was running for governor of California, quipping, "Help me make California, California again." He earned less than 1% of the vote. Barbara Kavovit is another Real Housewives name that ran for office. She announced her candidacy for mayor of New York City January 27, 2021. She believed her connections and business sense as owner of Evergreen Constructions could help her get the city out of crisis. She dropped out but decided to run again for the next election in the fall of 2025. Sean Duffy was another reality star who ran for office. The former Real World star became the district attorney of Ashland County, Wisconsin in 2002 and is still a member of Congress today. Italian soap opera star Antonio Sabato Jr. ran against incumbent Julia Brownie for Congress in California 2018. He lost the race. Cynthia Nixon announced she was running for governor of New York on March 19, 2018. She had developed a deep love for the city by living there her whole life and starring in Sex and the City, a show that highlighted it. She eventually lost to incumbent Andrew Cuomo. Dan Rodimer is a former professional wrestler who ran for office 3 times. The death of Ron White left an open spot in the House of Representatives. He came in 11th place among 23 candidates with 3% of the vote during the May 1st election. He also ran for state senate in 2018 and lost the race for Congress in Nevada in November of 2020. Glenn Jacobs, also known as Kane, is another famous wrestler who ran for office and won twice. He won the title of Mayor of Knox County, Tennessee in 2018, beating out Linda Haney in a 2-to-1 race. Wrestler Jesse Ventura's nickname was The Body. He won the race for mayor of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. He then became the first member of the Reform Party to become the governor of Minnesota in 1999. Some celebrities have considered running, but have yet to put their name in the pool officially. Matthew McConaughey considered running for governor of Texas in 2022. The chair of the state's Democratic Party said they'd welcome him. He took his name out of the running on November 28th to focus on his family. 46% of Americans want former wrestler and current action star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to run for president. He expressed his honor on Instagram and has discussed it during interviews with USA Today and People magazine. The Federal Election Commission even approved a Run the Rock 2020 campaign that made him eligible, and he had higher poll numbers than Donald Trump. Bachelor star Ben Higgins got even closer into running for office. He filed the paperwork for the Colorado House of Representatives in 2016 after the show's first season. He eventually dropped out due to unforeseen circumstances. Howard Stern also dropped out of the race for New York governor. He ran against George Pataki and made large promises, such as reinstating the death penalty, upping tolls, and increasing construction workers' hours. He wanted to stay in office until he achieved these goals, but dropped out to avoid a personal financial disclosure. Basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal published his plans to run for sheriff in 2020. He hasn't said which state he wants to run in, but he has more experience than you may realize. He's already been a reserve officer in Miami Beach, Tempe, Arizona, and the Port of Los Angeles. He even became a sworn deputy in Clayton County in 2016 and director of community relations for the sheriff's office in Henry County, Georgia in 2021. Jerry Springer was a politician before he became a political reporter and star of the show that bore his name. He lost a seat in Congress in 1970, but won the seat as mayor of Cincinnati and served from 1977 to 78. Clint Eastwood became mayor of his hometown in Carmel, California in 1986. He won 72.5% of the vote and served 2 years. Arnold Schwarzenegger won the affectionate nickname of the Governator when he became the governor of California in 2003 after Governor Gray Davis was recalled, winning again in 2006 and ending his term in January 2011. Shirley Temple Black lost during the 1967 primary, and Little House on the Prairie star Melissa Gilbert ran in 2015 but dropped out. Sonny Bono became mayor of Palm Springs in 1988 and a California congressman in 1994. Roseanne Barr came in 6th in the presidential election of 2012, but other celebrities have held the highest office in the country. Ronald Reagan was a popular actor before serving as governor of California and president. Donald Trump was star of The Apprentice before becoming president in 2016. Kid Rock took a unique spin on the run for office. Fans noticed a Kid Rock for Senate website in July 2017. He swore it was real at first, but eventually admitted it was a publicity stunt used to promote an upcoming album. Now it's time to hear from you. What celebrity would you like to see holding a political office? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.